Hello to everyone. Today we are going to see unit number 2. The slide is done by myself, Glenn and Satyasil sir. Today we are going to discuss about the following topics in this particular slide. Theories about right action, self-interest, customs and religion, and use of ethical theories. First, we'll start with the first one, types of ethical theories. So there are four different types of ethical theories. One is virtual ethics. Second one is utilitarianism. Third one is duty ethics, and fourth one is right ethics. So virtual ethics is about virtues and vices. Second one is about most good for most people. Duty ethics is about duties and respect to other people. And fourth one is human rights. Virtual ethics, virtue ethics. So which focuses on the type of person we should strive to be. Actions which reflect good character traits are inherently right. Those are the virtues. Actions which reflect bad character traits are inherently wrong. Those are the vices. Virtue ethics are tied more to individual behavior than to that of an organization. So, virtual ethics are related to an individual person, not for an management or from the organization. Aristotle says that moral virtues are tendencies acquired through habit formation to reach a proper balance between extremes in conduct, emotion, desire, and attitude. That is, virtues are tendencies to find the golden mean between the extremes of too much and too little. Public goods are as internal goods. Primary internal good of medicine is the promotion of health. So, when we are very good within ourselves, we will be having a very good health. Second one is utilitarianism, that which produces the maximum benefit for the greatest number of people. Example, democracy. So doing good to others. So it tries to achieve a balance between the good and bad consequences of an action. It tries to maximize the well-being of society and emphasize what will be provided the most benefit to the largest group of people. This method is fundamental to many types of engineering analysis, including risk benefit analysis and cost benefit analysis. So, in this particular factor, we will see the maximum benefit for the other people. That's what this theory is about. So, act of utilitarianism, which focuses on individual action rather than the general rules. So, sometimes it can be a rule breaking one to follow it up this particular act. So, and the rule behind this utilitarianism is having a moral values as primary. So doing good to others. Okay, doing good to others, being good to others, and always having a good practices. Okay, even though the rule is to do bad, but our inner conscious says to do good things. Next, the third one is duty ethics. Immanuel Kant's view states that certain acts should be performed because they are inherently ethical, such as being honest, keeping promises, not inflicting the sufferings on other people, being fair, having good consequences is fundamental. Individuals who recognize their ethical duties will choose ethically correct moral actions. So, who is having ethical duty will have an ethically moral view. That's what this theory is about. But there were for certain drawbacks from Kant's view. It has failed to be sensitive to the principles of duty that can conflict with each other, thereby creating moral dilemmas. So, from this statement, you can understand that each and every individual will be having different ethical values, ethical views. Sometimes both of the individual ethical might conflict, which will result in negative reaction. So, this is the drawback of Kant's duty ethics. So, It has been developed by Rawls. It states that all rational people would agree to abide by two basic moral principles. One is each person is entitled to be the most extensive amount of liberty compatible with an equal amount for others, and differences in social power and economic benefits are justified only when they are likely to benefit everyone, including their member or most disadvantaged group. So, to keep it in a simpler manner, the first point states each person should have a liberty and it should be equal for everyone. And second statement says when it is about social and economic factors, we should give priority to the majority of people who is getting advantage out of it. That's what the theory is about by Roll. Next, the third one is fourth one is right ethics by John Locke. He says everyone has inherent moral rights. Everyone has rights that arise from existing, that is, right to life, maximum. Next, individual liberty and human dignity are the factors to be considered, and other rights arise as a consequence. Duties arise because people have rights, not vice versa. Drawbacks are how to prioritize the rights of different individuals. Right ethics often promote rights of individuals at the expense of large groups. So, this individual trait between each and every people is a drawback we can see in all the factors. Next one is self-interest. This is the second topic which we are going to cover today. Self-interest. If you are somewhat interested in doing a job, if you're having a self-interest, you won't get demotivated. You can easily have a work-life balance, etc. So it will let go of our egoism. Our interest will pull us out of the negative energy. So these are the things which we have to avoid. So to avoid, we should be having a self-interest on a job. Okay, so self-interest will put us out of egoism. Egoism is nothing but compelling someone to do what we think or what we do. So instead, our self-interest will give a broad focus about what's happening around us and which will help us to understand about our surroundings. Next is relativism. Distinction between, that is difference between the morals and mores, that is treatment how of others and harmless customs. Custom means a traditional accepted way of behaving and doing things. So we have a custom of behaving with others, how we greet our friends or relatives, any third person. Those are the custom which we follow in our culture. So likewise, there is a ethical relativism. It says that actions are morally right when they are approved by law and custom. They are wrong when they violate laws and custom. Reduces moral values to laws, conventions, and customs of practical particular societies. So we have to practice this relativism as well to have a ethical relationship in our job environment. This is the third topic, that is religion and divine command ethics. So moral issues and religious beliefs are related in several positive ways. First, they are shaped over time from central moral values of major world religions. Second, religious views often support moral responsibility. It's true. All the religious views have a moral support and moral which gives additional motivation for an individual. It can be any religion. And third, sometimes religions set a higher moral standard than being conventional. So societies often benefit from variety of religions that make a prominent particular virtue, inspiring their members to pursue them beyond what is ordinarily seen as an morally obligatory. So Practicing these customs and religion are very much recommended from ethical point of view. Next, the last one is use of ethical theories. So, theories aid in identifying the moral considerations or reasons that constitute a dilemma, because there are a lot of dilemmas stating that each and every individual having a different perspective how it has to be handled. So these ethical theories somewhat try to reduce those dilemmas between an individual, but still when it comes to a ethical rule and when it comes to ethical character of an individual, still it is a dilemma. So a individual gets confused whether we have to go along with uh, our character or whether you have to go along with the ethical rule. That's what it's a major dilemma what a person faces. So in order to bring it down, generally that's what they have stated. We have to go with the ethical law or ethical rule which has been stated by the organization. So this ethical rule and ethical law framed by the organization will be based on the customs and the religion, which will having a positive, which will be a very good virtue for the human. Okay, so they provide the precise sense of what kinds of information are relevant to solving moral development. They sometimes offer ways to rank the relevant moral considerations in order of importance and provide a rough guidance on solving moral problems. The theories help us to identify a full moral ramifications of alternative course of action, urging a wide perspective on the moral implications of the options and providing a systematic framework of comparing alternatives. The theories augment the precision with which we use moral terms and provide frameworks for moral reasoning. And sixth one is by providing framework for the development of moral arguments, and theories strengthen our ability to reach balance and insightful judgments. So from today's topic, we understood that there lies a ethical rule in a job. There lies a ethical rule how we have to behave in the outside environment. These rules are an impact of our custom, our culture, and religion. Okay, but still, each and every individual picks up their own virtues and vices from where they grow, from their family, from their surroundings, etc. So, even the positive virtues of each and every individual sometimes have a moral dilemma, sometimes may have a clash between. Okay, and secondly, sometimes this particular virtue of an individual might interfere with the rule of the company. Okay, so that's the place where an individual has to prioritize which they have to follow first, whether they have to follow their heart or whether they have to follow the company's rule. Company's rule will be generally based for the benefit of the environment and benefit of the all the human values, but an individual virtue will be always based on his instincts. So sometimes an individual has to decide which is wiser. So he has to get that particular clarity on which side he has to choose. Okay, that's it for today, and thank you.